Well. We finally got to the Pinstripes after dark. Good evening. Happy Thursday. I'm Uncle Tats. I'm here with Chris the Flash. Joining us today is the GM of Yankees Twitter, LA Yankee King. How is everybody doing tonight?
Doing good.
So, all right, let's just jump right to the chase here. All right, what do we do now?
Let me tell you something, brother. BG.
Yeah. Oh, no, we're going to talk some wrestling later because I want to hear your opinions. I actually watched the Royal Rumble this year. So
Dude,
I wanted to bring this up on Monday, but we'll get into the Royal Rumble. No problem. But real quick, before we start, all right, we're going to talk about Burns, but let's shout out this beautiful chat we got going on. We got Anthony Garcia in the building, Def Finch. We got Jonathan in there. I saw Blue Gold was in there earlier. ABX is in the building.
What's up?
How's everybody doing? So, what, FJ, what's going on, bro? All right. We were never going to trade for Corbin Burks. That wasn't going to happen.
No.
Okay. The possibility of them getting acquiring him at the trade deadline was slim. Yeah, and in my opinion, I would have tried to get him at the trade deadline. But now all those options are out the window. But when the news first came out that the Orioles traded for Burns, and then the package that was put together, it had me scratching my head. And I know, Eli, you were writing to my messages going, "Well, I want to talk tonight." So we'll go to you first, Eli. What are you feeling?
Pretty much that the Orioles did a great job at using access prospects that they were never going to use. Joey Ortiz was never going to play short. That was Jackson Holliday's spot to lose. And that dude ain't losing that spot. DL Hall was a nice starting pitcher, but Burns, you basically make that swap every day of the week. And who knows what the draft pick becomes? People are sleeping on this trade on the Brewers side. But I think the Brewers did a good job. You got back prospects of a guy you were going to lose regardless.
That's a very strong possibility. I mean, DL Hall, yeah, he was an okay pitcher. You know, I'm not too familiar with Ortiz, but Blue Gold is saying that they're two very good players. But Chris, what was your initial reaction?
Well, they didn't give up a top 5 prospect, so, and of course, everybody want to put their 2 cents in. Nobody wants to help the Yankees. We got 27 championships, and yeah, whoever says that dumbass shit, I'm sorry. This is the After Dark show, so I'm a curse.
Nope, go for it.
That doesn't make sense. So they don't want to help the Yankees, but they want to help somebody else win. That doesn't make sense. Like Brewers, they got a decent package. Like, it's not nothing to sneeze about, but it's like they finally pulled the trigger. It took what, a couple years?
And it took a day for the new ownership to actually make a move.
That's what I was just going to bring up. It's like they took over and just went balls out. And they started handling business right away. No waiting period, no nothing.
Nope.
I didn't expect them to act this quick. I really did. That threw me off. And the other thing I was thinking of when I saw the names of the deal and the way it was structured, I'm going, what would what would they have asked for from the Yankees to that equivalency? Because there's always that, I call it the Yankee tax when it comes to trades. They always want our top guys, that we're already trying to figure out how to get on the team. And like Jones is usually somebody that everybody wants right away. And they should be asking for our top prospects. We don't even know what the negotiations were like between Baltimore and Milwaukee. They might have asked for higher grade players, and this is just what they came to an agreement on. So, and then there was the other factor that Keith McPherson was bringing up. You also have to take into consideration the Cal Ripken effect. He's very respected in the game, and they were going to hear him out. They weren't just going to shut him down. They were going to give him a shot to make the deal, and he did. So you got to give credit to Baltimore for pulling this off.
Yep. And plus, they're now ace in Corbin Burns and a future ace in Grayson Rodriguez. They have John Means coming back, who's a good starter, probably where he should be around that 4 or 5 spot. That Orioles rotation is good. Maybe add another bullpen arm here, and then Baltimore is set. They're good to go.
Well, tomorrow morning, later tonight, later this morning, whatever the fuck time it is. We're gonna be with Rob and Donald. We're gonna really, take a deeper dive into the AL East, and see what the division really looks like, and is this the division to beat? Because I think now that's a legitimate question. I mean, the AL East is an AL beast right now.
Yep.
But, the other thing is he's not going to sign an extension. So let's not dismiss the fact that there's still a strong chance that he's going to, we know he's going to reach free agency. So it's not like we completely lost out on him. It just sucks that we won't have him this year while we're trying to contend to entice Soto to want to stay with us. Because I think that's what any move that they make has to go around making sure that Soto doesn't want to leave. Burns could have been that piece. Snell can still be that piece. So it's not like the door is completely shut. But this closest to pitches and catches in spring training, the door's starting to get a little narrow.
Yeah, I don't think. To me, I think they're done with the rotation. They're just going to go in with what they have, address the depth of the deadline, see who's available, add from there, and basically all they're going to do is see what reliever is out there that's preferably left-handed, and add that guy, and then see where they're at the deadline. That's how I see the Yankee offseason going.
But Chris, what do you think is the narrative with the competition this year?
I mean, I understand they don't want to sign Snell now because of the Cohen tax and them getting doubled and stuff like that. But please, I don't want this rotation. This rotation, I'm sorry, it's not that good. Not to me. It's too many ifs. I'm tired of ifs. I'm tired of it. Like, you have the prospects, Cashman, get your head out your ass, call Miami, and see who they want. There's only a couple untouchables. Other than that, see what they want for Cabrera. And you gotta upgrade this pitching rotation. I'm sorry, this is not gonna do it. It's not, because we don't know. Smith, this is the most innings Smith has ever pitched. What if this year he gets hurt because of the innings? We don't know what we're gonna get from that stuff. Rodon's got a hurt back. We don't know if he's gonna be healthy. So, and then Stroman was hurt last year in the second half. So it's too many ifs. I'm tired of the ifs.
There's a lot
I
of
understand.
ifs.
Yeah, I understand we can't get Snell because of the money situation, but Cabrera's not making that much. There's no excuse.
Yeah, and
That's
Burns is only making $15 million this year. Rob brought that up in the chat. It's it's not like Baltimore really opened up the vault. There's still it's it's a manageable contract for them to take for a year, but it does kind of it swings the pendulum. It really does. This morning, the pendulum is swinging in our favor for the division. Now I'm thinking it's starting to balance out. The Yankees still need to make moves to swing the pendulum back into their corner.
And I'm glad that Chris brought up prospects because
Mm-hmm.
this is the main reason why I wanted to be on this show. Is because, yes, could the Yankees have matched that offer from the Baltimore Orioles? Easily. They could have matched that offer. But the Yankees are in this situation where their roster is also aging, so you have to be careful of who you trade because if you trade them, then you have to replenish that depth immediately quick because Holmes, he's a free agent after this year. Glaber, he gone. Canley, he gone. Loizaga, he gone.
Yep.
Your bullpen is also past 30. The projected bullpen, there's not many people in there that are under 30 years old. So you have to be very careful with who you deal. They're in this weird situation where you traded for Soto, he's in the age bracket you want right now, is to get younger. Yankees, they have a lot of guys over 30 and walking. You have to be very careful who you trade because if you trade that guy and you screw up your future, then you waste Judge and Cole. So now they're in this position where you have to be smart buyers instead of just buyer buyers.
Yep. I think they've done that. I think they've been very smart with how they've handled their business, and it's the last couple of years has not been the case. They either overpay or they don't do anything. There was no middle ground. They found the middle ground this year. They've made improvements. And to your point, this is an older bullpen that we have some nice pieces that are going to be in their walk years. And you hope that they're able to, really grind it out and have a phenomenal year to maximize their value. But at the same time, it's go worry about that next year, or make some moves, further down the road. But Sunil, we're glad to see you made it tonight. Thanks for joining us, being a little fashionably late.
Yeah, my wife was.
Before we get to some of these comments, what was your initial reaction with the Corbin Burns?
Well, I put it in our group chat tonight. Basically saying that
the chat doesn't see that.
I know. I'm just pointing out just for those of us who are in there to have visibility on it, but that's a different thing. I basically said in there for the audiences, for the sake of shits and giggles for the audience, I basically said, Corbin burns the Yankees. How do Hal and Cash react next? So that's basically the question on the table right now. I immediately thought that, well, maybe if Boris basically bends backwards and says, okay, well, we're getting late and I don't want my players to lose too much of their time in spring training, I'll go back to Cash and Hal and see if that 6 for 150 is on the table, or if we can, get something of an average annual value around there. Maybe if it's for less years, maybe 4 for 100, because he gave 6 for 150, just 25 a year. So I might, try to see if we can get Snell for 4 for 100 and call it a day, because at least that helps us. Even though Snell is 31, he's on the wrong side of the 30, which basically what Li brought up, which is a good point. Not disagreeing, not begrudging it. It's definitely age is definitely a valid point, but we're not giving him the length that he was looking for. We have him for 4 years until his 35 or 36 year, age in his contract. So at least we have some use of him. It gives us some leverage to also put Cortez back into the bullpen because you saw what happened when he tried to become a flamethrower last year and get away from his shenanigans and trickery, which is where he's very effective. If he tries to get you off your timing as a hitter, that's basically the finesse trickery that Cortez brings. But with the pitch clock, I think he's afraid to go there. So that gives him a little better flexibility to become a 1 or 2 inning guy out of the pen, or maybe the occasional spot opener like he was back in like 19 or whenever he did that last.
And I want to get to some of these comments, but no, I think a lot of us are in the same mindset.
Yeah.
It's all right. It sucks that it's we weren't able to pull off a trade for a guy that I would say most of us wanted.
Yeah.
And he came to the AL East. It hurts. It sucks, especially a team that was as competitive as Baltimore is. They have the new ownership group. This is just who we're going to have to contend with now. When Cohen bought the team in Queens, there was this whole backstage of who's going to win New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like it's not that they have no factor into what business we handle. It's a different league. Now, we have the AL East with that threat on the inside core of the division. So it does change the narrative of how business is handled in the future, and our response to it I think is going to be with even more disdain if things don't go our way. And I think that's rightfully so, but you also have to keep in mind now that the way that teams are going to handle their business is going to adjust. And we need to, take the time and understand the adjustments that GMs are going to make, because you got new owners in baseball now with Cohen, Baltimore's group. I don't know if anybody's taken over.
Rubenstein, yeah.
So they're not, and Baltimore's not done. They've shown that they're going to be aggressive, but that's why I like this comment here from Sean that Cashman has no fault in this.
Yeah, I don't think anybody even brought anything up related to that. So yeah, I agree.
No, there's always a handful where it's like, well, this is Cashman's fault. Why couldn't Cashman make this deal? What's Cashman doing? See how cheap they were able to get him? Did he even call? You see all these narratives.
Well, Sunil, you have me in the chat. You have me in the live. That is the biggest Cashman hater in this whole group.
L.I., I'm going to call Cashman and how to trade you first, okay? Even fuck your no trade clause.
Hey,
let L.I. make his point.
I know, I'm just messing with you.
Oh, that was my whole point.
Yep. Chris, let's get your opinions on this.
I mean, I already said,
do you blame Cashman? Are you on the same sentiment? That's not his fault.
It's not his fault that the Orioles got Cobra Brands for the cheap, but it is going to be his fault if he doesn't trade for one of these pitchers. And I'm sorry, like I said, it's just too many what ifs. And look, C's, I don't want C's. If they asking for the moon for C's, Whiteside's go suck some. I'm not giving up top prospects for C's, but there is cheaper routes, so there's no excuse not to trade. Like everybody keeps saying, call Miami. How hard it is? Call Miami. Call Miami. I'm sorry, we have too many catchers. We have too many infielders. We have too many outfielders. We have to get rid of them. We can't play all these people.
Yep.
That's all we have enough depth.
In a nutshell, it's probably going to be a result of overload at one position or several positions, and not at the ones of need. So again, indirectly, it becomes poor roster construct, basically, just like last year.
Sean's bringing up this comment, and NFV from the Strike Zone's bringing up the same sentiment. It seems like when it comes to the Yankees, it's they ask for Jones, Dominguez, Hampton, and every other team, it's a couple of prospects and a pick. Teams are constantly trying to fleece the Yankees. The Yankees aren't biting. They're not. And Jonathan saying Seattle might be another option. Rob agrees with you, Chris. He's been saying this entire offseason.
Yeah, and it's like we all been saying that. It's not okay. I can understand, like for Burns and Cease and maybe Bieber too, but Cabrera's making less than all of them, so it's no excuse. They have what we need. We have what they need. It just makes too much sense, and there's no excuse why not to pull the trigger.
Completely agree.
Actually, I'm going to disagree.
Okay.
I'm
Why?
actually kind of, which is weird that I'm kind of going to agree with what Cashman is doing, which that's weird. That just feels weird to say. But I actually agree with what he's doing and saying, okay, I don't have to go out. I don't have to go get a starter. If I don't need one, it's like, okay,
We
cool.
do need one. That's the problem.
Yes, exactly. You do need
Okay,
one.
We
Exactly.
do need one. I don't care. I don't care who's on the. I don't care about Nesta and all them. They hurt. They are hurt. They ifs. I don't have time for that. Now I'm about to put on my Caputo hat on because I'm tired of that. We do need a fucking pitcher. Yeah, like we do need a fucking pitcher. I don't want to hear that. Oh, we set on pitchers. No, we fucking not. No, we are not set. I don't want to hear that. I don't give a fuck who's starting. There's too many what ifs.
Chris, chime in if you agree with me on this one, because I'm going to agree with Chris on this one. Reason I say that is Rodon is not necessarily a clean bill of health, and you need to be a successful playoff roster. Look at all the championship teams that have won for the Yankees. Look at the splits they've had for their starting rotation between righties and lefties. 96, you had 3. Okay, 2.5. I'm going to count Rogers as a half. Kenny Rogers. He basically he blew the shit bed left, right, and center. Look at 98, Wells and Pettit. Look at 99, Pettit alone. That was probably the only exception I would say, because I don't believe we had another lefty in 99. 2000, we traded for Denny Nagel to complement Pettit. 2009, you had CC and Pettit. You don't want this to be another 2004 where you have an entirely one-dimensional starting rotation going all either lefty or righty, and you pull a lead like that. You don't want that. So with that being said, do you rely on Carlos Rodon to really have that almost Cy Young type bounce back year where he's going to win you 15 or 20 games? Has he even done that in his career? Answer is no. So to Chris's point and my point, you need that extra arm in the pen. And I've been saying, ideally, it's always exactly 2 lefty arms is fine for a rotation. Rob, that's exactly where I was going. Thank you for your interlude there. Appreciate it. So you need a 3-2, or if you go 6-man rotation, which I highly doubt you do, but at some points in the year you might do that. You need 2 lefties in the pen, in the starting rotation. Excuse me. Cortez was a mistake. He had a good 2022. He was an all-star. I'll give him that. I'm not taking any of his flowers away. After that, he had a severe shoulder injury that you can't take a chance with, in my opinion, and put him back in the rotation for. He's barely going to go 2 times through the order, much less 3. Because Boone doesn't really have, he's not very high on Nestor to go 3 times through the rotation because of the analytics or whatever reason.
But if I could give my reason, but my reason is because they believe they're high on guys like Hampton and Warren. I know they're not major league proven, which is going to piss some Yankee fans off,
That's
but
another if.
don't really care. Will Warren already pitched 129 innings in the minors.
Yeah.
He can go 150. He could probably go 140, 150. Get you those innings you lost with Severino, not with Montas. I was about to say Montas, but Montas only
You're
gave us
thinking
like
Herman.
one. Oh, Herman. That was the other guy I was thinking of.
Yes.
With Sevy and Herman, he can give us those innings. So I'm okay with not paying the huge guy money if you already have guys in house. And we're going to need the guys in house to offset the big salaries like a Rodon, like a Stanton, like a Judge, like a Cole, like a Rodon. You're going to need those guys. And Clayton Beeter is not a starter. I've talked to Dane. He said Beeter's not a starter. Beeter's a reliever. And even Clayton Beeter, he's pitched 100 innings before. He could be that guy
Clayton
that goes
Beeter
in for 3 innings, that goes in for
exactly where
maybe
I was going? The
open.
Michael King role.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is. That name. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm losing names. It's pissing me off. But
That's
you
okay.
have
Take
guys
it's
your
late.
break.
you can rely on.
Li, breathe. Don't worry. It's okay.
Yeah.
But we all have brain farts at some time. Don't worry. I'm not making this an age thing or anything, because between Tats and I'm sure we have like 667 of them a day.
Oh, are you sure that's not with you? Are you sure that 600 years ain't with you? There you go, Rob. I got you. I got you on the live, Rob.
Oh God! Now listen, right to Chris's comment earlier. Can we all admit that we all have a little bit of a Caputo in us? We all know that this team still has a lot of work to do.
No, I wouldn't say. I
Hear
wouldn't
me out,
put it
hear
at
me
a
out.
Caputo level. I'm
No,
not
but we're
going
all
to the
fed up.
Caputo level, though.
But we're all to that point of frustration where we just want this team to be aggressive and win a World Series. We just want this team to will themselves to any way possible to break this losing streak of World Series absences. Just get I'm almost to the point of like just get there, and cross your fingers.
Exactly.
We were so bad, but we were so bad last year that even with the expanded playoffs, we still couldn't get in. Like, that's how bad we were. And they've made significant changes to upgrade the roster overall. But
for the
there's
first
still
time
there's still a lot of work to be done. They're still not, they can't just sit back and be like, man, you know what, the market's getting really tough. Let's just sit back and they can't now pivot and just go youth. They need to inject some of the younger players into the roster, but they do have to get proven talent.
Exactly.
If they want to make a legitimate run.
So Maza in our group chat brought this up, and I'm going to echo this out here for everybody's benefit to hear. Now that Corbin Burns is an Oriole, he suggested a trade, which I'm going to take out one player from his suggestion. He mentioned bringing in Everson Pereira, utility man Oswaldo Cabrera, and shortstop Oswald Peraza for Bieber. I would say if you're going to go all three of those names, I would add a request for Class A as well. If you're going to trade those three. And first things first, I would probably remove Peraza and go with another name in lieu of Peraza. Everson Pereira and Oswaldo Cabrera, I'm fine with, parting with. Peraza, I might, change a thing or two here.
Yeah, but Cabrera didn't have a strong enough year to have that kind of value. And I like Cabrera. I think he's going to have a phenomenal year. But he took a step back last year. Let's be honest about it.
Well,
I think a lot of it had to.
A lot of the team took a step back.
Yeah. Rob doesn't want to trade him. I'm not we've questioned what his role would be, but we know what his role is going to be. Rob said he's a utility guy. But
So
more than that, he's a super utility because he could play the infield and the outfield.
Yep.
So
not that we're begging for him to hold on. Not that we're begging for him to play the outfield every day like he had to do last year.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't embarrass himself out there. He's not an outfielder. But he didn't embarrass himself. He legit was playing hard. He put the work in.
Yeah.
Same thing with IKF. And I hope he continues to play well and have a nice career. Because they did nothing wrong. It's just that they had a shitty roster last year.
IKF had the positive mentality. He was like, Boone, put me anywhere. I'll do whatever you need. That's what we needed, basically.
And we still need that on the team because there are a lot of holes to be filled. We're going to need these utility-style players for them.
Exactly. You need that.
Just trade them all away.
And if you trade Waldo, who's your super utility guy? Because
if you keep Peraza, could you make
no?
him?
No. Don't. That was going on well. No, I'm not making Peraza a utility guy. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Peraza has played the outfield.
Or actually, you might or might not like this idea, Eli. If we actually have Peraza at third or anybody else who we acquire between now and spring training at third, DJ doesn't have a steady position because you got Rizzo at first, assuming he's off the concussion and healthy. You got Gleyber at second, you got Volpe at short, and you got insert third baseman here being Peraza or whoever. Where does DJ play?
DJ's playing third. Boone already said it.
They already said DJ's playing third. Stupidly.
Unfortunately. And that was one thing that Li and I agreed on.
And that's why Peraza needs to get traded.
That was so premature.
I don't want Peraza in the minors, and I don't want him up on the bench. He is too good for either or. You trade him while he still got some value. Don't do that. Like that'd be the stupidest thing you can do because he's not a utility player.
I'm not disagreeing with you. You're right.
And with the value thing, Peraza's value is dead. It's dead. Yankee fans.
No, I don't think it's dead. Not at 20.
Dead.
He just got another year. No.
So, you've seen highlight reel videos of basically Volpe and Peraza up the middle in the minor leagues, and everybody's been talking about trading Torres, for pitching and whatnot. Give whatever trade scenario you want. If you trade Torres, you can put Peraza at second or Volpe at second and Peraza at short.
Yeah, but if you trade Torres, that weakens your offense because DJ is not as good as Torres. Torres is better than DJ.
Yeah, but I mean, you've seen Torres have a lot of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde moments offensively.
Yeah, but here's the other factor this season. He has the confidence from last year. I think that he's cleaned the slate from the shortstop here. I really do. I think he's mentally back in it. Not on the bases. He's a mental mess on the bases. But
yes, exactly.
It's also his contract year. Offensively strong players ball out their contract years. It's very rare that you see somebody fall on their face. If we were ever going to trade Torres last year or the year before, it was the year to do it. And Miami's not calling for Torres. No. That ship sailed when Kim Ang left that organization. I said it at the time, and I will continue to say that. She was the only reason. She was the one that wanted Torres, and she was the one that kept navigating the trade proposals, and the rest of the front office and the owners kept saying no. We don't want that. We don't want him. That's why those deals kept falling apart.
Can I give you a quick interlude of what Mazza said in our group chat? He's actually spot on with it. He goes, "What a joke! This isn't Cashman's fault. That's actually the Brewers GM's fault for not asking for more. In fact, it's so laughable that it goes to show how uninformed some fans are. Complete, utter facts on top of facts on top of facts. Mazza, preach on, brother."
Which the funny thing about Kim Ang, I literally almost called her Gail Kim.
Of course.
See,
Gail
almost
Kim.
called her Gail Kim. Watching the
All right. So,
Actually, from
Jonathan,
I had a
hold on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Jonathan was asking when the next. No, we're gonna get back to Mondays next week. I just had overtime this week that I just couldn't pass up, so that's why we had to keep pushing it back a little bit. But no, it's Monday nights are the after dark nights. Obviously, sometimes things come up and we have to kind of adjust the schedules a little bit.
Yeah.
So, go ahead, Sunil. Then I want to get to this comment from Blue Ball.
Yeah, so Rob basically, said what he did earlier about the trade proposal I brought up for Bieber. I would basically was looking for him to comment back in the chat with what he would put as a counter proposal if you were to go out and get Bieber and Clase from Cleveland. What would you put together as your package? I'm curious to hear what Rob has to
For
say.
Bieber and Clase?
Yeah.
Or Clase?
Bieber and Clase.
So we don't have enough to get both.
No,
I don't think so.
you would have to give up probably.
We do, but we would have to give up a good ass prospect.
You'd probably have to give up Arias,
Mm-hmm.
Lalane, Jones, Hampton,
Will Warren.
Yeah, Jones is an automatic no.
That trade would be literally impossible and would literally destroy
And
your
not-
farm.
And we know it's not because of Bieber, it's because of Class A.
And Class
Exactly.
A is
No, absolutely. Yeah.
control through 2032.
Mm-hmm.
All right, have a good night, Jonathan. We'll see you next time.
All right,
And yeah, it's believe me, that trade is. We thought the Soto trade hurt. That trade would hurt.
Mm-hmm.
and it'd be all for a reliever.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a pretty good fucking reliever, though.
Yeah, but still, you don't really.
But no. I'm not saying we've. I wouldn't make that deal, but I'm willing to take a hurtful trade if Class A would be the focus of that trade. Bieber's the side piece.
And to be honest,
because of the control.
This might be hypocritical, but relievers are like running backs. You don't pay them unless it's like the elite of the elite. It's like a Christian McCaffrey comes along, then you fork a bill to them. Oh, if Arias got traded, I'd be pissed. I would be pissed if Arias got traded.
I would have probably included LI in that trade just because he's pissed.
And Rob wants to know why now you want to give up. Or you don't want to give up 4 prospects for a relief.
Okay. The 4 prospects I gave up for Puck are blocked. There's the difference.
It's got to be. Let's just say it's got to. That's why I don't think that the Indian. I don't think the Guardians work.
Mm-hmm.
We're both old. Habits die hard.
I even make that mistake.
Just like that. Just like that. You know what?
I even make that mistake, and I'm 25.
Yeah. Look. It's going to cost too much. I'm not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really not, because the pieces that it would take us, it's just not feasible. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night.
5 years.
Yeah. The one thing that the scouting department and Cashman have done right is build a sustainable system where we're actually back to that point where it's like, where do we play these guys? They pulled the trigger on moving some guys that were blocked, some guys that just their value boosted, like Michael King. if he doesn't have the year he had, the end of the year he had last year, do we have Soto? I don't know.
Actually, you
It's
might
a question.
have Soto, but you might not have like Warren or Hampton.
Warren,
Warren or Hampton might be in that deal instead of King.
Yeah, but King was the enticing one because he had the major league experience already.
True.
You know what I mean?
And if the Padres are falling out of it, they can trade King and get some prospects back because he only has 2 years of control.
So can you imagine if the Padres fell out?
Bro, I haven't seen you in a while.
So can you imagine if the Padres fell out of it as they're inclined to do, and the Yankees are looking for a starter at the deadline and we have a reunion?
Imagine. That'd be the funniest thing.
Yeah.
I was actually the first one to bring up Michael King being a starter.
No, and I gave you your credit for that. So don't.
Yep. I just wanted to rub it in.
Let's not get crazy.
As soon as
he started, he went into the starting role and he was pitching well. I'm like, that motherfucker. Actually, I think I even sent you a message going with a middle finger or something. Yeah.
Yep, you did. You did.
How many of them?
I was literally
more than that.
After he became a starter to literally call
What's going on, David?
I was so close to calling myself the Millennium Eye of the Yankee fan base. I was this close.
See, Li, you're exactly half my age. Okay, so you're right in that age demographic to be able to do all that shit.
Hey, don't hate on Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Is amazing.
Yeah, but the truth is, you haven't seen the '90s teams because you were born probably right after that, like in. You were born in like 99, right?
I was born in '98.
98. Okay.
Yes,
so
Chris. Yes.
Yeah. So you were a toddler or an infant, really, and our greatest season ever, in the modern times in '98.
No, I wasn't born yet. I wasn't born.
Yeah, I
must be born like November. What are you, like a November, December baby?
Yeah, November 18th.
Hey, hold up.
Okay.
Don't be dissing November babies.
I'm not dissing. I'm just, just generally saying there's no diss.
Okay.
Hence why.
Why are you bringing up all the diss? I mean, keep the diss for the Saints versus Cowboys shit because you needed a bounty for that shit.
Oh, man.
Hence
why. No football tonight.
All right.
I don't. Hold up, Tats. I'm gonna say this one thing. I don't need a bounty for delusional.
Well,
what? This is hence why
you needed fat Kevin James to play Sean Payton on home team, didn't you? You needed oversized Sean Payton.
Now you making fat jokes?
Not cool. You're gonna get our show canceled.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna come after us now.
I didn't say fat. I said horizontally challenged.
Sure.
And the reason why I'm not attached to any of the 90s titles is because I was born in 98. I didn't see any of the 90s titles live.
Right.
I only count 2009 because that's when I became a fan. In 2004, I became a fan. They wanted 2009.
Oh, so you're the reason why the Yankees collapsed. Okay, I get it now.
I have no emotional attachment to the 90s. And fans get confused, like, aren't you a Yankee fan? Yes, I'm a Yankee fan. But I can't have an emotional attachment to what I did not see live.
Yeah. No, it's like, it's not that because I think it goes for like, with me, I grew up watching it in the 80s and the 90s. I got to see, but I still appreciated what they accomplished in the 70s and further back. But you don't but that's a good way to put it. You don't have that emotional tie to it.
See, I was there to see. I was there to see 76 through 78. So that was my first real interaction and attachment to it. And then we had all those years from 79 all the way through like 94. Had that not been the strike, we probably would have had our opportunity, but it pushed over to 95. And, we were back after 16 years. Well, actually, wait, 14 years, because 81 we made it and lost to the Dodgers. So, yeah.
And it's real quick. Yeah, Carlos. Yeah, it happened.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it happened.
Yeah, Carlos, you're not in any Twilight Zone. That you're on Pinstripes After Dark, legitimately.
So, but
Joey Ortiz, DL Hall, and a draft pick went over to Milwaukee.
Yeah. And Rob throws his experience there. The year he started watching, we just so happened to have the biggest choke job in the history of baseball. Ooh, that's a low blow, bro.
So, Rob, are you taking responsibility for this?
I was watching Blue's Clues, and I was watching the greatest kid of all time. Hey, I was watching the greatest kid show of all time, Blue's Clues, and Toy Story at that time. I wasn't watching baseball. I just became a fan because I thought my mother was. But then in 2007, she told me she just had a crush on Jeter. So I was bamboozled.
And we've been sucked with you ever since.
And tricked. Not really.
Middleton is gone too.
Yeah.
Middleton and Wandy.
Blame my mother.
Yeah, went to St. Louis.
Oh, hell no, not Teletubbies. No. that
LA's only 5
years. Freaked me out as a kid. Nope.
Damn.
So Demon D is asking, okay, do y'all think, and I'll say it again, do y'all think Cashman's going to make a big move? What's the deal? What do you think is going to be the pivot move for this? If there is going to be one.
You would want to.
I think Andy Pettit is out there lurking somewhere and basically going into Cashman and Hal's head and basically say, let me be the silent whisperer and get us Monty back.
You know what? He's not coming back.
He's not coming back. Believe me, I would take him back. I really would. But he ain't coming back.
Well, the TV deal for Texas, that news just broke like yesterday or today. I mean, Jason's video this morning basically.
Yeah, but you want them to sign as soon as they sign that? You want them to sign Monty? That's not how that works.
No, but I mean, it's going to take a number of days, maybe a good couple of days for that to materialize. I get it, but it increases the chances, at least for this moment in time. It increases the chances for Texas to get it.
That month.
Yeah. I'm not saying there's an immediate signing that should have happened. I'm saying that it increases Texas's likelihood for now, at this point, 11:54 Central on February 1st, 2024.
Probably next week, Monty's a Ranger.
That's what the increased likelihood is. But then again, everybody was basically putting Yamamoto's chips in Yankees, basket until and unless the Los Angeles deferral Dodgers stepped in. You never know with this thing. You don't be,
Yeah, we got the Dodgers basically outsmarted the Yankees on that.
Mm-hmm.
This whole thing, like with Cashman and some of these trades that,
like,
that
yeah,
never happened.
On that Yamamoto thing, we basically got outsmarted.
Yeah.
If I'm Cashman now, I would forget about Japanese players altogether from now on. I would forget about them.
I don't know about that. I think that the fact that he was aggressive to start. He's been a little more calculated. Missing out on Yamamoto was not his fault. He made a legitimate offer. He put an offer on the table for Snell. Snell turned it down. So it's not like they've been sitting on their hands waiting for somebody to come to them. So no, I do not think there'd be another Florida Cashman night. I think he's unless everything completely falls apart.
Yep.
Then I think he's getting a reprieve this year. But that's not to say that he does not have he does not have work to still do.
And
I saw you shaking your head a lot. What do you think about the Cashman, the fired Cashman, as the number one Cashman hater in the community?
And
I don't think I ever asked you that.
And by the way,
yeah, go ahead.
Hal got so.
Yeah.
And plus, Hal got cash.
He's having a Mitch McConnell movement right now.
No, that will not happen again.
Yeah.
Because this offense, even though I hate DJ at third, it should be goddamn Peraza. I am beating that drum until that drum cannot be beat no more. And then I'll beat it again. That
did you momentarily forget did you momentarily forget what you want to say?
Like most of
I think he froze receivers.
Up.
Yeah, that's exactly what Mitch McConnell would do. He froze up.
But anyway, that was way too good. No, I was literally laughing at my joke I said.
LA's gone.
No, I was too busy laughing at my joke. Cashman got everybody else in that offense. That offense is absolutely
you're kind of crackling up a little bit. I think you kind of use it.
But that offense...
Yeah, you're lagging badly.
Am I good? Am I still with you?
Yeah, you're still there. It's just when
Are you using dial-up internet?
Normally we would see it as a blessing, but when you're talking, you kind of break it up a little bit.
I think Cashman don't want to keep the talk, bro.
Okay.
Cashman's throttled your connection.
I'm putting
your connection.
Man, I'm putting this
No,
bastard over.
he accidentally borrowed my my IT tech.
Man, this bastard, I'm putting him over and he's disconnecting my internet.
Yep. The
I
one
can't
time
put him over.
You give him credit.
What the heck?
LI still in January.
Yeah, the one time it's still in January. Hang on, just give me like 4 to 7 business days to catch up.
Yeah.
We'll start.
Anyway.
If we had Brad Jewis on instead of LI, Brad Jewis would already be in March. He's all the way Brad's in Australia.
Brad, where the hell is Brad anyway?
Brad Jewis is messing with you.
He's mad at you because you didn't want to do a stream Monday.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But
as I was saying, now that I'm actually good. Can I continue what I was saying?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
yours.
Okay. That 100%. Offense is good enough to get this team into the postseason. I know people have issues with the pitching. I have an issue with the pitching. We have Warren. We have Hampton coming up. We have guys that could take that spots if injuries do occur. So I'm okay with the pitching. I'm good. But other than that, there will not be a fire Cashman night.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's warranted. Last year, because last year was an embarrassment. It really was.
Nope.
I'm just glad they didn't.
You know who needs to be fired?
Who?
Yeah,
whoever LI's got the Wi-Fi from, they need to be fired. That shit garbage.
And so we gotta put a phone call in.
Which internet service provider are you using? Be honest. He's having another McConnell movement.
you know what it is? I think he's being hijacked by Cashman.
Oh, I see why I'm lagging. I'm not even on my internet.
you-
I'm on my mobile.
You're on 2.5. G. You're
Over, and then he just
AOL.
jack my.
no wonder I hear the dial-up donkey sounds in the background.
Time Warner. Comcast. Oh God.
No, he's on.
No, I have.
I'll give you a
have
better one. He's on
T-Mobile,
T-Mobile Edge. He's on T-Mobile Edge. That shit's slower than 3G.
Oh God. I love these midnight shows. They were fucking hilarious. All right.
So
Let's shift gears a little. Go ahead, Chris.
now I was
Was
about
that
to
a
say, you want to bring up some wrestling?
I was just, yep.
I'm
Let's
so
talk some
confused
Royal
that
Rumble.
reference. Yes, they are. Oh, yes.
So
Okay. I'm seeing off this.
you know how many people have no idea what dial-up is? The younger kids. What's
What's that is?
dial-up?
I actually do.
Ask
All
him what's the difference between an RJ11
Hey, I'm
and an
25 and I know
RJ45
what it is.
cable.
So, all right, let's talk about the Royal Rumble because I love the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Overall,
I'm not gonna know what that
Right.
means.
huh? Love what it means.
Yes.
So, the overall show on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you grade it?
The Royal Rumble?
Yeah, you didn't watch it, Sunil?
I've lost touch with wrestling for God knows how long. I don't even know who's in there anymore.
Okay.
All right,
I was
just play along then.
so confused.
I mean, my wrestling knowledge goes all the way as back as freaking 70s and 80s and maybe early 90s at best, if you're lucky.
9.
You give it a 9. What about you, Chris?
I give it a 7.
I'd say a 7. In
Come
the chat,
on.
I would say,
Sunil, just fish.
I would just say 7.5 just to chastise LI.
Okay. Anybody in the chat, if you've seen it,
I'm
what
back.
did you think? Yeah, Sunil still thinks Andre the Giant still wrestles.
Well, Andre the Giant looks like LI, so yeah, it is definitely wrestling.
No, it's not even close.
Can't
Bump
believe
into
I'm
the
saying
game.
Me
that.
not.
It doesn't look like
LI,
him.
LI is Andre the Giant's stepkid. All right, let's stop.
Bro, where is the money though? If I'm a step kid, where that money though? I need that money.
Yep. Yeah,
I give it a 9. Give the Rumble a 9 though. It was a good show. I give it a 9.
Yeah, no, I miss Owen Hart was awesome. I do remember when that happened.
Yes, I agree. The women's Royal Rumble was better.
No, I didn't think so at all.
Yeah, the
I
women's
didn't
was
like
better.
the women's
But-
match.
How did you
Because
know?
you don't know half the people.
The women's
You
Rumble was
don't know
Well,
half
yeah,
the people,
yeah.
Tats.
Fair enough. But if I'm trying to, if you still have an audience that that's trying to get back in, or that might have stepped away. Like for me, I watch really the main events. I don't really. I'm not a weekly watcher. I don't watch a lot of it. I try to keep up enough so I know a little bit. For when the Rumble comes, because the Rumble I'm locked in with. I just thought the women's match, I thought it was really scripted. It was too. It almost looked more like a cheerleading, event than a wrestling match.
Well, most of the women in the company are kind of high flyers and athletic. So, of course, that's going to be really more athleticism than what Sunil would look at as wrestling.
I mean, Sunil still has a thing for Moolah, so
For what?
Yeah.
the fact you know who I'm talking about, right? The
Sorry.
fabulous Moolah.
Yes, I know who that is. But then
Yeah.
NFE did the LA Knight thing, and it would feel illegal if I didn't do it.
Dude,
So
why is Eli looking in the sky?
everybody is so confused on this screen why I did the NFE literally just told you why I did the
Eli, you're looking up in the ceiling, bro.
Yeah, that's what LA Knight does. He looks up while he does it. So I had to look up while I do it.
No, you're frozen. Looking up.
No,
Oh God!
no, I can see him just fine.
Wait,
On my screen. On my
Oh,
screen.
on yours, he's frozen.
Okay, yeah. That is funny.
bro, my internet sucks tonight for some reason. Okay, hang on.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
Nah, but
not
but
because you're not
the women.
you're not talking like an asshole. No, the internet doesn't. They think that there's an intruder in your house.
Hey, if I have to sometimes talk to my internet like it's a dick, then
So be it. No, but
Now, I was about to say, Tats. The women
Yeah.
had way more like surprises, but in the good way. They didn't bring any old wrestlers back, like Jordan
yeah,
Grace. From
that's what I
TNA.
was waiting for. That
Yeah, but
that might be
they
why
don't need
I
that.
didn't like it.
Yeah,
yeah,
Like,
that's.
even on the
but they
men's
don't
side,
need that.
you didn't see any of the legends come back.
I actually
And
don't
see,
think the Rumble needs the legends every single year. Leave that for every like 4 years you do it. Where it's like, okay, this legend
Okay.
comes back, you wait 4 years, this legend comes back, and then it's like a special surprise where they don't expect it every single year. That's why legends coming back is like, oh hey, it's like this legend came back, Batista's coming back. You get all this of this legend coming back, and then it just loses its luster.
Yeah, and Chris, to see it like once after we get through the first hour, well, that's when it just really just goes all over the place. And
Oh yeah, Chris, you joined in the wrong time.
no, she's
And-
been here. She's
Oh.
been
and
around.
Rob,
But
the
we
only
were supposed to
legend
do the show Monday, the night after the Royal, after the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So
the
we're
only
just a
legend
few
I
days
wanted
off.
to see was AJ Lee, because she could still like wrestle and she's still like in that age. But other than that, I didn't want to see Trish, Lita. I didn't want to see all that. But the men, I just feel like if you was gonna put Jordan Grace, the TNA, knockouts champion, the men, I'm not gonna even lie, that would have been perfect to bring in Moose.
Bro. Except it sucks because Jordan Grace did not get a pop until she literally was on the stage. Because
Well,
WWE
yeah, but Naomi.
generic ass music where it literally cannot separate the wrestlers from each other. That's why no one got a
No,
pop.
that I did notice also. See, Chris brings up Naomi. It's almost like they didn't even know who it was.
Yeah, because the music.
And then, then they're like, then they started hyping her up once she got to the ring.
Well,
yeah, cause,
I was about to say, Eli, like, I guess it's just me because I watch all forms of wrestling. I knew who it was because she's basically the woman version of Big Papa Pump. So that's why the Sirens came on, and I knew who it was. I knew it wasn't Big Papa Pump, but they call her Big Papa Pump in TNA because she's strong and stuff like that. So that's why they gave her the Sirens music. So I knew who she was already before I even seen the name.
yeah, the Sirens, I immediately knew. Like, I was like, no fucking shot. What? I looked at my phone while I was at work because I was sneak watching it at work. And I was just like, huh? I gave like a gasp and like,
What about the knees of The Rock? Knees? He ain't got no knees in wrestling?
the knees? You mean You mean
He
the
has a
dog?
daughter?
Jax?
No, that's his cousin.
Nah,
Her cousin.
What was that?
I like
Who's-
Nia
who's
Jax.
there?
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
rooting for that. She was my pick.
Oh yeah, she wasn't winning.
But they made it strong though.
Yeah. Except
Yeah, and she did have a stronger showing this year.
Mm-hmm.
Instead
she
of being
did.
like a mockery.
And Jade Cargill, they put her over
Beast.
so big.
Beast.
She was good. She impressed me. I
Oh,
didn't
hold
know
up.
who it
Hold
was.
up. Ella. Let me say this. Guess who her husband is? Tats?
But I'm
Who?
Guess who her husband is?
Who's
Jade
husband?
Cargill's husband.
who?
Brandon
I
Phillips.
have no clue. Huh?
MLB Brandon Phillips?
Brandon Phillips. Yep.
The one that was
the
traded to
Cincinnati
Florida
Reds.
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah, that's her husband.
I think they put that up on the air, right?
Yep.
I now that I'm thinking of it, I did hear that.
And I knew
That's
that
cool.
already, but yeah, that is.
Oh wow.
But she was good.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Jade Cargill.
I think they're setting it up for her and Bianca for WrestleMania.
Yeah. But the one woman
I think they would put a great match together.
They would. But the one woman you need to watch out for the future, Tiffany Stratton.
Oh yeah.
That
They're
girl
gonna push it like Charlotte.
Okay.
good.
Mm-hmm.
See, I can't stand Charlotte Flair. She annoys the fuck out of me.
No, she's a good person now. She's a good person.
Oh, we like her now. We like her. All right.
Oh, now we like her. But her promos
Don't forget.
a little. Her promos are still a little robotic.
They get better though.
A little bit, but Tiffany Stratton is what they wanted Charlotte to be, but can cut a promo.
See, that's the thing. If you can't talk on the mic, you're in the wrong business for that. I don't care how athletic you are.
Roxanne Perez is a good name that Rob brings up.
I like her too. Yep, I like her too.
But I was so mad at the Women's Rumble that I did not get to see Bayley and Jordan Grace touch. I wanted that so bad. I was like, come on. I was like, everybody stop touching Bayley and Jordan. I want to see them go at it. And they never did. I was a bit sad.
Yeah, and the 30th spot when
I was happy.
was it Liv Morgan came out?
Yeah, Liv Morgan.
I love Liv. I love Liv.
I thought it was going to be like you brought up before. Somebody did, AJ Lee,
Chris.
and
Yeah.
who was the other one that was expected to come back?
Sasha.
Sasha Banks.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
don't think we're going to return Sasha or Mercedes Moné. I don't even think she's going to go by Sasha because that's the name Vince gave her. And I think she wants to get rid of that name.
Okay.
So she's probably going to go by Mercedes Moné if she comes back. But reportedly, she is going to AEW. That she is now all elite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
So
Yeah,
they're like-
Sean. Yeah.
Sunil, like, what the
a
fuck
lot
are
of
we
wrestlers
talking about?
die young. Sunil's he's trying to Google everything as we talk.
I'm just sitting here, just getting intrigued by, the
Yeah, Sunil.
If you've never really
you wanna-
watched wrestling, you got like the Royal Rumble actually is an event.
Like I
that
said,
you get back into
I've
it.
given up since the 90s, so I'm disconnected from like 20, 30 years ago.
No, the Royal Rumble can help you reconnect because it really showcases everybody. You
Yeah.
really,
Dude,
that's how I see
Wrestling
it.
in general-
It reintroduces you to the roster.
wrestling to me,
You know, San Martino Bob Black.
wrestling to me entirely is scripted, regardless of what.
Right, you gotta chill out. He's gonna put you in a
Well,
chicken
It's
wing.
what
Oh, no, duh.
Who's gonna
It's
It's
always
put
been
you in
scripted.
it's yeah.
Except for, like, what? I think 1920, 1930s. That's the only time it wasn't, because it was basically just people doing mat wrestling with talking,
Yeah.
even if they had a personality of a cardboard box.
You guys can talk all the wrestling you want right now. I got a pickleball topic for next week, so I'll get my day in the
Well,
sun.
none of us play pickleball, so who are you going to talk with?
Yeah, who you got?
Himself.
Literally, like
I'm
Chris.
gonna school all you.
I
I'm
don't.
gonna school all you
Tats
people,
don't play it.
especially
Rob don't play
1060, especially 1067-year-old Bobby Tats over here.
Was it?
Oh, Stone Cold.
Oh, that's
wait,
cool.
is that the WWF title?
No, it's no title.
Oh, I thought that was the title.
It looked like he was holding
Nah.
up the belt.
Yeah.
Nah, look,
No.
Oh, it was just the glare, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought the.
my favorite wrestler of all time right here.
No, it isn't. It's not like cricket. Sean Browning's like pickleball is like cricket. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Well, hold up.
Sean
I
Browning.
got
All right,
somebody
so-
for y'all too.
And
Yeah,
if he's
before
like,
we wrap
if he's like, if
Before
I
we
start
wrap
talking
things-
pickleball. Yeah, sorry.
I was gonna say, and then which one is that?
That's
Oh,
Hogan.
the
Hulk
NWO.
Hogan.
That's cool.
NWO belt.
Yeah.
There you go, Sunil.
Yeah.
So before before we wrap it up, and let's talk about the Fatal 4-Way, because I thought that those were another match that Hey, Brad, where
Another
the fuck have you
disappointment.
been?
Another disappointment.
Brad, bro,
Where have you
I'm scrolling
been?
through this chat. You are late.
Brad, you missed it. You missed the moment in which Li was stuck on January 31st, 2023.
Yeah, I was kind of stuck for a little bit because my Wi-Fi, because my dumbass decided to keep my phone on my data instead of connecting to the internet.
Which service are you
No.
using? Like freaking Cricket or
No, T-Mobile.
Metro?
But where I live out in the middle of bumblefuck nowhere,
Oh,
it
he's at
sucks
work.
ass.
All right. Well, don't get in trouble, Brad. Not on our account. But what's the? Why were you disappointed with the Fatal 4-Way? The action or the result?
No, the action. So supposedly, and especially because the cousin said stuff on Twitter about it too. It wasn't supposed to be solo interfering. It was supposed to be two other people, but it never happened.
Who
Yeah,
did
it was
that?
supposed to be. It was supposed to be oh man, the Fatu cousins. There's supposed to be
Jacob
two
Fatu.
other people. Yeah, it's supposed to be Jacob and Umaga's son.
Okay.
Oh. I'm kind of
You know,
glad
it didn't
they're
happen.
saving that.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They definitely saved him.
Jacob Fatu, I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the Fatal 4 was good.
Yeah.
Was an
Yeah,
excellent.
no, I like the action in it. Yeah, absolutely. You guys remember when that happened, right?
Yep.
When I couldn't pronounce his name, I just said I'm just going to call him Umaga.
It's like Shota Umaga.
Yeah, I thought the action was good. I was unsure about the result. But I understand that they're really they want to break the Hogan's record.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
And
think he's getting
until that point, it's just his.
I think they're gonna let it be till WrestleMania 40. He's losing it at 4. He's dropping the belt to Cody. Cody takes it. Rock comes back. That's when Rock comes back. Is when Roman's in the ring, and then Rock standing there. Roman feels like Rock, one of the higher chiefs, just stabbed him in the back. because it's going to be Cody knowing that's going to happen, bringing back The Rock. He's going to think it's someone else, and then The Rock's coming out.
I got
And
my own
then
theory.
basically it's going to be a Rock Roman stare off, setting up for WrestleMania 41. Because Rock has said he wants Rock Roman, but he wants it bigger. So it's not going to be at Saudi. It's not going to be at SummerSlam. Rock's not coming back for a SummerSlam or a Saudi show. He's coming back for Mania.
Yeah,
So
I think it was Rob that said it. They're gonna do a year build up,
yeah, it's basically just going to be Cena
and
Rock.
it's not gonna be a title match. Obviously, you can't have it as a title match.
No, it's going to be for the Ula Fala, which is basically in Samoan, because I did a little bit of research. The Ula Fala is basically the red necklace Roman wears, and it signifies the person in Samoan that they are the tribal chief. They are the head of the tribe. That will
That's
be
cool.
put on the line between Roman and Rock.
I like. That's pretty cool about the necklace. I like that. I didn't know that. Chris, your final thought on anything that we talked about? We'll go around the table and then we'll call it a night because I'll be back here and I'll be back on live at 9 a.m. 10. I get up at 9 at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
See, Brad came in and I'm all fucked up.
My theory is I think it's gonna be Seth and Cody for the world title at WrestleMania. I mean, you can shake your head, but it's a possibility.
It's possible.
Yeah. The Rock and him, Roman at WrestleMania, they could be title for the head of the table because even though you said he has the necklace, well, technically the Rock is at the head of the table because now he's part of the board of directors. So Rock could put up that, and then Roman could put up the title. And I'm not saying the Rock is gonna win the title because that's not happening. So Roman's gonna win it. So
rather than fight for the title, they fight for the necklace.
That's probably what's gonna happen.
And
I'm trying to think. If Cody does win the world title, I don't think he's gonna have it as much as Seth did. But I think what's gonna happen if that occurs, I think Money in the Bank. I think Cody's gonna win that, and I think he's gonna cash in on Roman. As soon as Roman breaks that record, he's gonna cash in.
And by the way,
that's a good storyline.
The only reason I say Cody wins at Mania is because they have this black eye that is Vince McMahon's sex scandal that is hanging over.
You heard about that, Tats?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
They are going to put the belt on Cody to make fans feel better and keep them in. They're like, all right, Rock, you wait until next year. Cody, we're giving it to you. Fans want Gunther to win the world title against Rollins. Fine. Gunther, you're winning the title. You're keeping the IC belt. You'll surrender the belt after Mania. They're just gonna shot.
Gunther could fucking fight. He's impressive.
They're just gonna
He's in the ring.
They're just gonna shot whatever fans want because of that Vince McMahon black eye to get away from that black eye.
And I'll say this too because I want to say this too, Taz, because he does bring up another good point. If Gunther wins, I'm gonna say this right now. If Gunther and Seth goes for the world title, this is what's gonna happen. He's gonna win the world title, right? So then Damian Priest is gonna come out and cash, but R-Truth's gonna fuck it up and he's gonna cash for the Intercontinental title. So Damian Priest thinks he's gonna win the world title? No. The whole time you was wrestling for the Intercontinental because of R-Truth fuck up. I'm telling you, that's what's gonna happen.
That wouldn't make any sense. And he would just bury
That does
Gunther.
make sense. No, he's gonna win the world title. No. He's winning the world title. Would you rather, the world title or the Intercontinental Championship?
Yeah, but you basically just pinned Gunther off of R-Truth.
Stupidity.
That would bury Gunther.
No, it wouldn't.
I don't.
No,
You make Gunther look strong.
you already make him look strong. Trust me, Gunther, he rather
With
the world champion.
coming into Raw as Intercontinental Champion and World Champion, staying undefeated.
You get it, Tats. I'm gonna make sure, because you
I
bring in
know the
R2
names you're talking
stupidity.
about, but it's so you're saying have Gunther drop the belt
Drop the Intercontinental Championship.
to who? R-Truth?
No, Damian Priest.
Oh, that's the other. Okay, you mentioned. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, there was a name I forgot. Then just have them fight straight up if you're gonna do that. I actually
No,
I don't like.
No, Damian Priest.
No,
Damian Priest got the Money in the Bank. He has to cash in after, like, before WrestleMania. So at the end of the night, if he doesn't cash in, he loses the briefcase.
No, he's got it until the
WrestleMania.
next Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
No, it's always after WrestleMania.
That's usually. I mean, from what I've seen, that's usually when they cash it in. I didn't know if that was. I didn't know if that was a deadline. No,
Yeah,
I'm saying he's
that's
got
the
until
deadline.
Money in the Bank.
Yeah, he's got it till Money in the Bank.
I never seen it. Have you ever seen it? Because I haven't seen it.
Well, because they usually have the title. You know, the way I always understood Money in the Bank was that was the guy they had, the guy that they wanted to have. They wanted to have the next push, win that title, win that. This way, they had a little. They get that taste of a championship through the Money in the Bank suitcase to see how the fans react, and if they have a poor reaction, then am I making sense?
No, you make sense. See, if you watch
before the
Royal Rumble, you see where I'm getting at with R-Truth, because R-Truth been doing some crazy shit. Like, I know you saw the Royal Rumble where he thought he was going into the men, but it's the women. So trust me, like,
R-Truth is just a fucking legend.
He that's what I'm saying. He's funny.
Yeah, and R-Truth, that storyline.
He's got such a. You gotta have a good sense of humor for that to be a career.
He doesn't care. Oh man, you gotta watch
with his kid at his kids' games.
No, I already know.
See, I saw he went to his son's basketball game. They were all having a blast. Like he's just. I actually like R-Truth.
Yeah,
but when he had the numbers mixed up with the women's, I thought that was hilarious.
That was R-Truth's first name when he was with WWF.
Yeah, Kid Quick.
Road Dogg.
All right. We're gonna wrap this up, but I do appreciate everybody that hung out with us today, and a little baseball talk, a little wrestling talk. It's always fun. Maybe next week we'll have a battle between pickleball and we'll get Effie in here with some quick strikes and some mixed martial arts and all that stuff. Bring a little something different into the conversation. Have a little fun.
And then the week after that, we'll probably get the secret of why Brad Juice was messing up with LI's internet.
Yeah, Brad.
Brad was at work. You can't blame Brad for that today.
No, we can blame Brad. We can blame Brad.
Why not? My favorite critic.
We can blame Brad like the Cowboys blame Dak Prescott for losing every single year. Oh, is that too soon?
How about Dumb and Dumber Daniel Jones at quarterback? Basically,
oh, no.
You guys basically had Jim. Had Jim.
Hey, we ended his career. We know we ended his career, but y'all got 2 more years of Dak because that $60 million is going to get stretched to 2 years. So have fun losing in the playoffs.
I don't think he's going to get extended, and consequently, as a result, we're going to be cash strapped and not make the playoffs next year.
Oh no, he's getting
definitely
extended
next week. Yeah, I think he is getting extended.
Absolutely loves Dak Prescott.
I think he is getting extended.
Yeah, well, if I'm Jerry Jones, I don't think I'm going to extend Dak Prescott.
Well, thankfully, you're not Jerry Jones.
You're
But I
really
can
gonna
pull off an Arkansas accent.
and a cap hit. You're really gonna take that $60 million in a cap hit instead of just make it 2 years. And by the way, nobody's trading for Dak. You're stuck with Dak Bortles,
Well,
And
Dak
well,
Cousins. Dak
you know what's
ain't
even
gonna work
worse?
out the Yankees.
They still
tell
gotta
the
pay.
idiots.
They still,
Tell the idiots at ESPN who keep pushing that narrative about trading
dude.
Dak.
They
Because
still
they're the
gotta
ones
pay
who
CD Lamb and Parsons.
Yeah, that's why Dak's getting extended because they got to make room for Parsons and Lamb.
I'm just gonna sit back. You guys enjoy yourself.
Yeah, kind of like
Dude.
how I was during the wrestling conversation.
Well, hey, we decided to do that. You weren't here yet. So,
Yeah, we decided that before you were here.
yeah, we had to pull an audible before we went live of what we could discuss.
Yes.
Yeah, I was late hoping that maybe the Orioles would decide that maybe we don't really want Corbin Burns, but I guess that didn't work.
Yeah, that wasn't happening, dude.
Yeah, that was
No.
happening. They were taking Corbin.
No,
I know.
Yeah.
that would be funny.
All right, that's gonna wrap. That's really gonna wrap it up.
Dude, I would
If
drop
you
Stephen
haven't already-
A. Smith on the mats right now after the way I've been, going at it. Right before,
God.
right before Pinstripes, right before PAD, I was on my treadmill, basically finishing up my 4.4 over an hour.
Oh man, Tats, I'm gonna promote this fight: superstar versus half a star.
So are you really saying that the Saints really get the half a star? That's really good to know. Thank you for sharing.
Oh man, why you dissing my team? My team not even
Look,
in your division.
All right,
Well,
that's
you
gonna
can't-
wrap things up for us tonight. Will, good night, everybody. We're gonna because it's another half hour. I can't do it. But first, it's getting late for me. We do have our morning show at 10 a.m. I'm almost out of my whiskey. And so we are going to wrap this up. Li, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We always appreciate you coming on. We'll have you on a lot more often. This has been a good one. So if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that sub button if you're new. Share this out with your friends, your family, the strangers on the corner. And as I always like to say, wear your pinstripes of pride and play hard.